I'm on my way home, girl. I'm speeding to the house. I'm crying. I'm breaking down. I'm so hurt because, girl, the female gets out the car when I try to tase him. What are you getting out the car for, sweetie? I'm real petty. I was being real petty. So I kept the birth certificate in the basement because I saved it for last. Because I was going to burn it up in front of him. And like, nigga, you're a bum at this point. Like, I could have been had a better nigga than you. What are you talking about? Hey girl, let me take a thumbnail for the channel, girl. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Life as Lashaya, period. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Road to 100 subscribers, like, comment, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. I can't find no scissors, so I'm gonna just be, girl, cracking them on its own. Honestly, I like their seafood. This is not my first time having their food. I've had their food a couple of times and I like it, but I got it hot this time, so hopefully it's good. Of course it's gonna be good because I've had it before. And I told her to make it extra saucy for your girl because, ooh, yes ma'am. Let me show you. Okay, y'all, that's what the food is looking like. So I'm just about to start eating and like talk to y'all, telling y'all the story or whatever. So yeah, this is what it looks like. As y'all can tell by the title of the video, y'all can see what I'm gonna be doing, what I'm gonna be talking about or touching base on. This is the story time about the time that I got cheated on.
Because it takes guts, it takes balls. It takes balls to be able.
So I'm in a relationship now. I am with my I'm with my boyfriend. I knew him for a long time. But me and him recently, not real recently, but me and him became closer after a while, and we decided to get into a relationship. And I love my boyfriend. Let me just say that. My boyfriend is wonderful. I wouldn't trade him for anyone else in the world. He's amazing. To be honest, y'all will probably never see him on my channel because I feel like this channel is like for me, you know what I mean? And I don't want to draw attention towards like us as a couple, and it's not really a couple channel. So that's why y'all probably never see him, but y'all probably hear him or something like that. This is low-key kind of hard. This is kind of like my first mukbang. So, excuse if I don't know how to talk and eat at the same time. Because, girl, I'm learning. Yeah, so before I was with my boyfriend now, I had an ex that I was with for, I think, 2 years. Going on 2 years. So that's kind of like the little background story. I had an ex of 2 years, and yeah, so that's basically the person that cheated on me. Let me just say this. This is no shade to him or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he probably won't see this video unless it like goes viral or something, but it's no hate towards him. I don't hate him or anything because I don't have hate towards anybody, but I wish the situation never went how it went. Like, I'm not saying I wish I still was with him. I wish that he would have handled that situation a little bit differently so I wouldn't end up hurt how I was hurt. So a little bit more of a backstory. My ex had got into a car accident probably like a month before I really started start peeping like the cheating situation. So he had got into a car accident. A semi truck hit him on the highway, totaled his car, everything. Like, what he explained to me was that the semi truck hit him and the car flipped over and like went against the speed walls on the highway like 3 times. The cars had flipped over like 3 times. Both of them was still good, still alive, okay. They went to the hospital with minor injuries, nothing too crazy. My ex was saying how the semi truck kept going. He had went to the hospital and I came and got him and everything like that. I kind of took care of him like days after that. the car accident because, you know, like, if a semi-truck hits you, your mental don't be together, and it wasn't. So I decided to, like, you know, step up as a girlfriend and just try to take care of him until he got better. Like I said, no really real injuries. It was more just the mental, you know. And plus, going from having a car to not having a car at all, like, car was completely totaled. Hello? Yeah, baby, I just got here to set up.
Leave me alone. The fuck out of here. I'll call you back. I'm busy right now. Thank you.
You want me to come home? I'm not gonna go too much in detail or to try to make the little story like too long. I don't want to make it too long, but he started getting really distant after the car accident, and I kind of noticed it. And I'm like, you know, what's going on? Like, you know. And I told him, like, don't be upset because your car got messed up. Like, we can work hard to get you another car. Like, it's fine. Like, you know, cars and everything like that comes and goes throughout your life. Like, maybe it was a point in time where you needed to do something different in your life. Maybe that's why it happened. Like, you know, don't get too sad about it. So he was like, yeah, I know, but I'm just really sad about it. Like, you know what I mean? He was just really down about his car, which is understandable. But after the car accident, he was getting really, like, really distant with me. And I'm like, I'm kind of peeping it. And I'm like, okay, nigga, I'm watching you. Like, I know what you, I don't know what you want. So he just got to acting like really weird, and I started peeping it. After a while, it got really bad because, like, me and him was, like, really cool, like, really close. Like, we would talk all the time. So it was weird for somebody just to go from, like, being your best friend to not talking to you at all, and that's your boyfriend. So I kind of knew something was up, but I didn't know. So one day, he kept saying he was going to his cousin's house, like, an hour away from us, like, from our city. He was saying, like, oh, I'm just staying at my cousin's house because his living situation, he was kind of everywhere, like, with family from, like, just different households. So his cousin kind of lived far away. It was a girl cousin, and he was always saying, like, he was over there. So I kind of found it weird that he was always at his cousin's house, but I'm like, okay, like, this is weird, but all right, because he really never kicked it with them until his car got, you know, he didn't have a car anymore. Why is you always at your cousin's house and you don't really mess with them? Like, you never messed with them before. But I was like, I don't know, you know, I'm just trying not to be so much of a negative Nancy because I know he did just have his car, like, total, and maybe he want to be with his family. I don't know. So he's like, yeah, like, I'm at my cousin's house, da 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 da. So, girl, I'm kind of peeping it, and I'm like, this don't seem right. Like, you know, women have an intuition, and we know when something not right. And I knew something wasn't right, but I just didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to be that negative person on the situation. He was already going through stuff, so I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to hear you out. I'm just like, I don't know about this. He was at, like, when he was at his cousin's house, though, he wasn't really trying to answer the phone for me. You get what I mean? Like, anytime I would call, it seemed like he would have to go to the bathroom or sneak to the bathroom. He always used to be like, oh, well, when I'm over here, they want me to spend time with them. Like, they don't want me on the phone, you know? And I felt like that was really weird. Like, how is this your family that you don't really fuck with, but now you fucking with them now? And then while you over there, they don't want you to be on the phone. Like I said, I'm not stupid, and I knew something was up, but I'm just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck going on. But I'm like, okay, let me not, like I said, I'm still trying to spare his feelings because of what he just went through. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, don't say too much. Don't say too much. Just peep shit and fall back. I'm peeping it, and I'm like, okay, this is really weird, but I'm just gonna be cool. I'm just be cool. So anytime I would call him, he'll not answer, or he'll, like, go to the bathroom and he'll be like, I can't really talk right now. Like, what's up?
Okay, cause that attitude gotta go out the door.
So I'm like, the fuck? Like, that's so weird. Like, what? After a while, I don't know, I felt like really weird about the situation. So I kind of, like, fell back. I had said one day, like, when I got on the phone with him, I was like, well, before I said that, he was saying that he was driving his grandma's car, and his grandma really never let him use the car. So I felt like that was weird, because I'm like, how you getting back and forth? And he was saying, like, he was using his grandma's car, and his grandma would never let him use her car. He was saying that she got a new car, and just everything seemed too weird, and I knew something was up. But like I said, I'm just still trying to, like, spare, like, not trying to put more on what already the situation. I don't know what's going on with the situation, and this just sounds too weird. Like, it just sounded really weird to me. So I'm like, okay. So one day I just like, a lot of times when I have a lot on my mind, I normally go play basketball. I'll like shoot around and I'll go play basketball because it helps me clear my mind. One day I kind of like spoke it into existence. I'm like, you fucking with another bitch. Like, I know it. Like, you doing some extra shit. And he kind of was like, what? What are you talking about? And I'm like, you fucking with somebody else. Like, you gotta be, because I was just playing, but little did I know in my head, my intuition was really telling me to say that, because that was really what was going on, everything I was saying. And he kind of like froze on the phone, and I was like, oh, no, I'm just playing. Like, what you doing? So I actually spoke it into existence, and I should have never said I was just playing. I should have actually, like, you know what I mean? Because I did know what was going on. So keep in mind, y'all, he had a cousin as well. His cousin was a boy cousin, not the one that he used to like go stay with. He had a boy cousin that was like close to him, and he used to always be trying to get females on him. Like, he was always trying to get him to cheat on me, just a lot of stuff. And his cousin wasn't in a relationship, but he was. And he used to always tell me like, yeah, my cousin be trying to get me to do stuff, but I don't never do what he be trying to get me to do. Like, I make my own decisions. But like, low-key, my ex was very like, how do I say it? He was very easy influenced by people. Like, he wasn't strong-minded. He wasn't a strong-minded person. That was another reason why I didn't really like that, because like, you could persuade him to do almost anything. Like, literally, and he would do it just out of peer pressure. Like, if everybody in the room like, oh, take 1,000,000 shots, he gonna try to take 1,000,000 shots because everybody in the room taking 1,000,000 shots. And if he don't take 1,000,000 shots, then he gonna look like the lame out of the group. You're ashamed of yourself. That's the type of nigga he is. So I'm like, girl, hell nah. But y'all, I didn't peep that at first being with him. I started to notice that, like, as I continued a relationship with him, I started peeping the stuff that he used to be trying to do, like the stuff that he acted like. So I went to the basketball court, and he was just like blowing down my phone. Like, he was blowing my phone, keep calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, nah, like, cause at this point, I knew something was going on. I was like, yeah, I know something going on. Like, I'm just fall back, cause there's some weird shit going on. He was like, nah, like, let me come to you, let me pull up on you, let me talk to you. Like, no. Like, he was just like changing like his whole persona. And I'm like, nah, like, if you want to go fuck with another bitch, go fuck with another bitch. I'ma do me, you do you. You know what I mean? Like, we go our separate ways type shit. He just kept calling me, just saying, like, he kept texting me. I wasn't answering the phone. Or, like, I'll say what I gotta say and hang up. I would never listen to what he has to say. Let me come see you. Let me just explain to you what's going on, like, da-da-da. And I'm like, nah, because at that point, I'm like, nigga, you lied. Nigga, you lying, and you like acting like you not lying, you really lying. Like, after I got done playing basketball, I kind of like really didn't say nothing else to him. Like, I didn't let him pull up on me or explain anything, because I already kind of knew what was going on. I just didn't know what was going on, but I knew something was going on. So this one day, I was like, I'm finna go to his grandma's house.
It's gonna be so bad.
She lived in the hood a little bit in these apartment buildings, and I'm like, I'm finna go to his grandma's house, because that's where he used to like sleep. Like, that's where he used to stay, because his parents kicked him out. So he used to stay at his grandma's house. And I was like, I'm gonna go to his grandma's house and see what the fuck going on. Like, see what's going on. Like, I need to see him in person. I ain't trying to talk on the phone, none of that. But I didn't want him to pull up when he wanted to pull up. I wanted to do it on my terms, because, nigga, who the fuck are you? Nigga, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I get to move on my own terms, not on your terms. So he was like, I go to his grandma's house, and I'm trying to get in the door. And y'all, it's so crazy, because I feel like God was really trying to reveal this situation to me, because like, if you know hood buildings, you gotta be buzzed in. If you don't get buzzed in, then you can't get on the elevator to go up to the floors. So I'm like clicking like, I'm trying to figure out her name. I'm trying to figure out the buzzers. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Y'all, tell me why this lady that used to go to my church came out of nowhere. And she was like, hey, she's like, you remember me? And I was like, yeah, I remember you. And she was like, you trying to go upstairs? And I was like, yeah. She was like, here you go. She just opened the door. Y'all, she came out of nowhere. Like, she came out of nowhere. I didn't even see her. All I was just seeing was the door open. I was like, this is God trying to really show me something about this situation, because I thought I was gonna be standing there for a minute. So I get up to the floor, and I go to the door and I'm knocking on the door. I'm knocking on the door. I'm not trying to be ghetto, but I'm just knocking on the door to make sure somebody hear me that I'm knocking on the door. Girl, nothing. I called his sister. I forgot I had his sister number. And his sister, I get on the phone, his sister, I'm like, hey, have you talked to so-and-so? Like, I ain't seen him and I want to talk to him in person. Like, I need to figure some stuff out. Like, what's going on? And she was like, honestly, hello?
Bitch, you look good.
Thank you, girl. I'm in the middle of filming a video. His sister was like, honestly, I think you should just stop messing with him. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, girl, what are you talking about? I was like, girl, I've been with him for 2 years. Like, I'm not finna just drop him like that. Like, I know he going through stuff, but like, I'm here for him. You get what I mean? Like, you're not gonna stay down forever. You gotta keep a positive mindset. Like, everything gonna be straight. She was like, no, like, my brother is really, like, he really not a good person. Like, you really should stop messing with him. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Y'all, like, I'm literally confused. I'm like, what are you saying? And she was like, I don't really want to be in y'all business, but like, I don't think you should mess with him. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, and she never said this before. So that's why I'm like, okay, me and her really didn't talk like that. This is kind of like our first time really talking. Like, we'll pass each other and be like, hey, but this is our first time like really talking. You know what I mean? Girl, what are you talking about? Don't mess with him. Girl, the girl gets to telling me, she put her dad on the phone. And her dad like, hey, sweetheart, like, I don't know what's going on with so-and-so. We never raised him like that. And I'm like so confused. I'm like, can somebody tell me something? Like, they all saying, you know, I'm sorry and all this other stuff. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And the dad just gets to saying like, we didn't raise him like that. We don't know what's going on with him. Like, we never raised him up like that to be like that. I don't know why he's doing this to you. You're such a sweet girl. Like, he was just like, just honestly go on your own and just do your own stuff and just be successful. Like, you gonna be a real good, you know, person. Like, you're a real good person. And I'm like, what the fuck is they talking about? Like, nobody's telling me nothing. So I'm like, and he was like, I really don't want to get in y'all business. He said the same thing that sis said. He was like, I don't really want to get in y'all business, but like, you know, it's something going, like, he was like, I don't want to get in y'all business, but it's something going on. And I'm like, I don't care if y'all in our business. Like, can somebody tell me something? Y'all leaving me in the blue. So his sister gets back on the phone, and his sister's like, it's another girl.
Boom, and there we go.
It's another way. Like I said, y'all, I kind of already knew when, like, he started not talking to me as much, but like, I don't know, I thought I was just overthinking. So the sister like, yeah, he came and picked me up from work with her, and I asked about you, and he was like, he don't fuck with you no more, like, just downplaying me. And I'm like, really? And she like, yeah, like, he fucking with a whole nother girl. She was like, honestly, I think he only fucking with her because she got her own apartment. That's the only thing she had over me, was her own place. Whole thing was, I was supposed to have my own place, but I was trying to help him. That's the reason why I didn't have my own place yet, is because I was trying to, you know, help him out. You know what I mean? Girl, never though. Again, always put yourself first.
Period.
I'm heated. Nobody was at his grandma's house, so I ended up going back downstairs, and that's when I was on the phone with the sister. Girl, I'm heated. I'm so hot. I'm so mad. I feel so many emotions. I instantly go back to my house. I go back to my house because I had some of his stuff in my basement, because like I said, his parents kicked him out, and his grandma's apartment was really small. He didn't really have nowhere to, you know, put his stuff. So I was like, oh, you can put it in our basement. Like, our basement was big, so I was like, you can put it in our basement. Girl, I go back to the house. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get this shit out of here. Cause who do you think you playing with? The sister continues to tell me like,